how's it going? It's a day in the life, but I also want to talk a little bit about some camera gear, uh, specifically the Sony ZV-E10 with this nice 16 millimeter Sigma, and my Sony ZV1 equipped with everything that I equip it with. And in case you're wondering how I'm recording this holding two cameras, it's with the Osmo Pocket 3. I know the Osmo Pocket 4 just came out and it's all the rage right now. And maybe I'll talk a little bit about that as well. So in the last couple vlogs, I've been vlogging in the Sony ZV-E10 because for the reason that it has a way better lens. The issue with this camera is that one, well, I don't mind the heaviness. Excuse me. Anyways, I don't mind the heaviness. In fact, it's not really heavy for me. It's the fact that this is not a wide eye lens. And because most of the time I am around the family, I can't exactly put them in frame because I have to put my arm out like this far away to put anybody who's with me in frame with me. Even without the active stabilization. But this thing, it might not have a good, in fact, it's not even like, I don't even consider, I mean, it's a lens, but it's nothing compared to the Sigma 16 millimeter. But what this lens has, actually has two things that the Sigma 16 millimeter doesn't have. It's the fact that it has a wide angle lens right there. Also, by removing the first lens on this thing, because it has two, it has got the wide eye, which I just removed, and it has a macro lens built in there as well. So this thing comes a lot more handy because, like I said, it's got the wide eye lens, got a macro lens if I want or need to use it, not to mention the size difference. I do plan to get a wide eye lens for the ZV-E10 because I do want this camera to be the main vlogging camera, but at the moment I'm just going to use what works best for my situation instead of my liking. So a little bit about the differences between the Osmo Pocket 3 and the new Osmo Pocket 4. Before you ask, no, I don't own the Osmo Pocket 4, nor do I think I don't think I really want it. And this is the reason why. Again, I'm going to talk about the differences between the Osmo Pocket 3 and the 4. The key differences is battery life. The Osmo Pocket 3 has up to 3 hours of 1080p, which in the Osmo Pocket 4 has up to 4 hours, is 1 hour more in 1080p. Internal storage, this one does not have any at all. You gotta actually get the SD cards, which is kind of sort of a big deal in these times now, because apparently any SD card that you buy nowadays is gonna cost you a nut, apparently, because of companies wanting to stop making them because of AI. I don't know the exact reason, but apparently it's AI's fault. This does not have internal storage. The Osmo Pocket 4 does have it, and it has about 107 gigabytes built into it. And you also get the option of adding the SD card as well. I like options. That's actually kind of neat. That's probably one of the biggest things for me when it comes to the Osmo Pocket 4. Another thing is the slow motion. Osmo Pocket 3 goes to 4K 120 frames per second. Osmo Pocket 4 does slow motion in 4K 240 frames per second. The detailing on that thing in slow motion would look insane compared to this. Now, as far as the sensor, they both do still have the 1-inch sensor built into the camera. The difference between the Osmo Pocket 3 and the 4 is that the 4 is a much more newer, what is under 14 stop DR, which basically just means it's the same sensor, just a little bit more advanced than the one that the 3 has. The photo resolution is compared to the Osmo Pocket 3. 4 does 37 megapixels. This one does 9.4. It's a pretty big jump, so your pictures are gonna look nice and crisp. Active track on the Osmo Pocket 3 is 6.0. On the Osmo Pocket 4 is 7.0. And you can also do active track zoom while in 2x or 4x zoom. This only has a 2x zoom, so that Osmo Pocket 4 beats it with the zoom, and the fact that you can also zoom in while, you can use active track while using the active zoom. You cannot use the active track when you're using the active zoom on the Osmo Pocket 3. And lastly is the file transfer. This is a very, very standard. You plug in the USB-C to USB-C into whatever it is you're gonna store your files into, and it's pretty standard speed. It's nothing too fancy. The Osmo Pocket 4, on the other hand, is, according to DJI, it is 10 times faster. So if you're in a hurry or you're always on the go, that'll probably come in handy. If I know nothing about it, that'll actually be pretty handy for my lifestyle of vlogging. So the file transfer, the fast file transferring, and the internal storage will probably be the biggest things. Other than that, everything else to me is pretty much the same. The only difference between the 3 and the 4 is that they added 2 new buttons right in this little section for zoom, and I believe is like autofocus. I've already sort of, I guess you can say, mastered the zooming on the screen, because for the 3, you kind of zoom in using the little bar here on the screen, like so. I've kind of sort of already mastered it, so I don't really need the buttons. So that's a little bit about the comparison between the Osmo Pocket 3 and the 4, and I think we're about ready to go out and eat. Before we head out, I do want to show you this thing. This thing comes so handy. It's a fan. One of those hot days, especially down here in South Texas, Laredo, Texas, where we get the sun's taint right above us. This thing is very, very helpful. So helpful that I got 3 of them. I'll leave a link to everything that I'm going to talk in this vlog down below. Trying this place called Bravo for the first time. It's pretty cool. I didn't get it, but there was like this really cool red little electrical scooter in the front, which I thought was very interesting. Fits the theme, right? And I mean, so far the atmosphere is pretty chill. I like it. You like it so far? Mm-hmm. Yeah? What are you gonna get?
I was thinking about getting spaghetti.
Spaghetti? You don't want to get the pizza?
No.
Nah. Spaghetti it is. So 2 things. One is going to be a really rare occasion where I don't order the salmon in a restaurant, and I always do that. But because it's an Italian restaurant, I feel like it's a must to try, you know, the Italian stuff. 2, their pizza oven is not working. So our youngest is not going to get the pizza she wants. So hopefully the food makes up for, you know, not getting a pizza. I'm gonna do a very quick review on what was this place called again?
Bra-
Bravo Italia. So my thoughts on the food is the spaghetti. The one I had specifically, I can't remember what it's called, but it was Diablo something. So devil something. I don't remember the full name. I liked it. It's unique. I've never had spicy spaghetti like that before ever. So really enjoyed it. Very unique on my end. And what about you?
The Alfredo needed a little pepper, but it was pretty good. Yeah.
Hold on. What did you think?
it was good.
Yeah.
I never had a meatball.
So
Yeah, I liked it.
pretty much the whole family liked it. I couldn't exactly get in there on account of I'm driving, but pretty much the entire family, the ones that are actually able to eat solid foods, minus the baby, really enjoyed the food there. The what?
We'll have it later in the milk.
Big thumbs up. Now quick rating, 1 out of 10. You go first.
Like food, just the taste, right, of the food.
Yes.
Probably like a, no, maybe like a 7. The cheese was like 10 out of 10.
I'd probably give it. No, yeah, I'll give it a 7 too. I'll give it a 7. Good job. So big change of plans. First off, I mean, you probably might have noticed that I did change camera for the reason that it's actually raining right now. And that's why we had to cancel a mall trip. The middle child's like, no, it's not. Obviously, she's not paying attention. But anyways, it's starting. It's gonna rain even. It's drizzling right now. Let me rephrase that. It's drizzling right now, but there's a thunderstorm being expected with strong wind, so it means it's gonna be cold. We got the baby out, so mall trip is canceled. And what do we say we're gonna do? We're just gonna get a couple stuff that we need, and I guess we're gonna try to make this a indoor stormy night type of day situation because of this random ass storm that just decided to brew up here in South Texas. I don't know if you recall the last couple of vlogs, it looked like it was gonna rain every single day I vlogged, and it never did. And now it's just decided to just do it. Texas weather, man. So confusing, especially down here in South Texas. So we're at home. I was trying to vlog my hardest while we went. We had to stop by. We stopped at HEB to pick up some stuff, like I mentioned, to spend most of the day now indoors because of the rain. The thunderstorm is supposed to be coming, but I couldn't because the baby wouldn't stop crying. Had to wait till we got back home. We didn't really get much because the wife couldn't. The wife got off on her own, and I stayed behind with the baby. She didn't find much, so now we're kind of like debating like what it is we're gonna be doing now. It's drizzly, but the storm hasn't exactly started yet. So who knows when that is going to happen? But in the meantime, let's go back about this topic on the gear, like this vlog started. Sorry, this vlog quickly went from gear, talking about gear, to give me a second. That's better. So yeah, I went from talking to gear to Italian restaurant review. But anyways, the reason why I leaned back towards the Sony ZV1 that I'm recording on right now is because, like I mentioned earlier in the beginning of the vlog, the distance because I'm always around the family, and to get them in frame, like I was saying in the beginning, is like I'll even show you. Give me a second. Okay, so we're gonna do this handheld. What you're seeing right now is with the wide lens without the active stabilization. And now we're going to switch to the nano, and you're going to see just how far I actually... Give me a second. You know what? I think we should probably do this with the tripod just to kind of give you a better example. So I'm to be this close to the camera. I am back to the nano. This is how close I can be to the camera to get this view with the wide eye lens. And again, this is without the active stabilization. This is like about, hold on. Again, from this distance, we're talking from the nano to the wide eye lens, exactly 1 foot 2 feet. If I get closer, up close and personal, we're talking about 10 inches from the camera. Again, this is without active stabilization. Now let's turn on active stabilization. Give me a second. Now I haven't moved from the same spot from when the active was off. So now I am this much closer to you and I'm still at the 10 inches away. And as you can see from the nano, it's the same thing. So when I back away, I'm a pretty good distance. Again, this is with active stabilization. But the real trick is when, let me put my measuring tape down, is when it's handheld. I can be holding it at this comfortable angle. You see the arm right here, it's not extended. It's not like this. It's nice and comfortable. But then when you look at the ZV1, I'm pretty close to you guys. Like, this is with active stabilization. In order for the active stabilization, and for those of you who don't know what active stabilization means, is that I can be moving around like so, and it won't look so shaky. That's what active stabilization does. But when you activate it, there's like a 0.2 of, I don't remember exactly how much. It crops in when you turn it on. So in order for this to work, it won't be so up close. I have to extend my arms like so, and then you get a proper vlogging distance. But then you look at the nano and you see that I have to extend my arm all the way, and that's kind of awkward. Not only that, but it does tire out the arms a lot more quicker. Now we're gonna try this again, but I'm gonna show you how it looks like without the wide eye lens. So let's switch to a non-wide lens. Okay, now we are working with no active stabilization, but as you can see by the nano, there's no wide eye lens on it. It's been removed. This is just the lens straight up from the camera, and as you can tell by the nano, my arm is comfortable, nice and bent. But if you go to the ZV1, I'm all up on your face again, and this is without active stabilization. I would have to extend it like this to get a nice vlogging angle, not too close, but just enough space to not get all up on your business. Now we're gonna try this with the active stabilization with no wide eye lens. So active stabilization is on, and if you can tell by the nano, my arm is nice and comfortable like so. But on the ZV1, I am right in your face, like way too close. And in order for this to work, you know it, I gotta extend. And even then, it's not, I mean, it's good, it's decent vlogging angle shot. Back to the nano, I have to have my arm extend all the way and then some. I would have to place it like on this tripod like so, and back away from it like about this much to get a nice comfortable distance here. And with active stabilization, let's get to 2 feet away to be this nice angle, this distance, I mean. So that is why I've kind of leaned towards more the ZV1 with the wide eye lens, because like I said, imagine trying to get somebody in a shot with you like this. Look at the nano's angle. Imagine trying to get more than a couple people with you in the shot. You have to like extend the arm like so. Hopefully you can see that. You have to extend it. And with the wide eye lens, there's no trouble at all, because, well, it's a wide shot. I'm gonna see what exactly was gonna happen. We might just have a whole movie day, given that the lights won't go out if the thunderstorm ever does decide to happen. The cold did happen. It is starting to get pretty chilly outside, and it got cold like quick. So I'm gonna go see what exactly is gonna happen, and enjoy the rest of the day in the life vlog. So I'm back on the nano, because we decided to get some tacos as well as leaving, and yeah, gonna go get that and ice cream, like wine.
Because we like it.
Got ice cream and tacos. It's a recipe for disaster, but that's what I'm getting. So we're here out in the cold, slightly drizzly weather. We just placed our order for the video tacos, as you can see over there. This is actually this is kind of fun, right? Being out here. It's chilly. That's where we're ordering from. It's chilly, but if you got a good jacket, you're good. You're good. And we're under, yeah, we're under some a little bit of roof. I'm getting a little drizzles on, but it's nothing too serious, nothing too bad. And we're gonna get our tacos, and then we're gonna show you a movie. We're gonna show them a movie that one of me and my wife's favorite movies.
It's called Big Fish.
Hold on. What's it called?
Big Fish?
Yeah, we're gonna show them Big Fish. It's a Tim Burton movie. It's a bit of a tearjerker. I can't promise that I won't cry like a little girl. I know she is. I don't know about that one over there. She's a little bit more cold-hearted than this one. But yeah, should be a fun day. And then I think this is pretty much how I'm gonna end this vlog. In a movie and video tacos, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna keep waiting here. So we got the tacos, right? And driving home, we get home and
We forgot the ice cream.
yeah, we forgot the ice cream. I forgot, you forgot, and that's the reason why you even came to begin with, and nobody told me anything till we got home.
What?
And now we have to drive back and get this ice cream. This abomination of an ice cream.
Good thing that it's good spot.
Yeah, I guess, whatever. Just finished eating. Pause and wait for a bit because I'm about to make some drinks for mommy and daddies. Well, that's about it for this vlog. The weather never really seemed to do anything, but having awesome movie night. Free drinks with the wifey. Cheers. See you guys in the next one. JK, I'm gonna have a few. The wife still has to breastfeed. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.